Hey everyone, and welcome to this explainer. Grab a seat and think of this as our interactive virtual whiteboard study session. Today we're going to completely master purpose connectors so you can ace those upcoming English exams. If you've ever, lost points on an essay because your sentences got all tangled up trying to explain why someone did something, well, you're in the exact right place. Let's jump right in. Okay, so here's the game plan on the board today. We're going to hit the core rules first, then break down our base verb connectors, clause connectors, and nouns and gerunds. After that, we'll compare neutral versus formal tones, and finish the whole shebang with some quick exam practice to really lock it in.
All right, Section 1, the core purpose rules.
Let's start with the basic structure. At the end of the day, purpose connectors exist for one simple reason, to show why someone does a specific action. They're just expressing a goal or an intention. The foundational formula is actually super simple. You state the action, pop in your purpose connector, and then state the purpose. So, I study hard. That's our action. 2, there's the connector, pass the exam, which is the purpose. Or, she saved money in order to buy a car. Or maybe he spoke quietly so that nobody could hear him. Every single purpose sentence comes back to this one basic equation.
Moving on to Section 2, base verb connectors.
So this is our first major grammatical group, and you're going to use this one a lot. The structure goes like this: subject plus verb plus your connector plus a base verb. And the three connectors that fit perfectly here are to, in order to, and so as to. Now, just using to is definitely the most natural everyday way to express purpose. The other two, in order to and so as to, do the exact same grammatical job, but they sprinkle in a really nice layer of formality for your essays. Now here is an absolutely crucial point: avoiding the classic student mistake. Listen to this sentence. I went to the library to studying. Ouch. Exam graders will instantly mark that ing form wrong. Why? Because the connector to must strictly be followed by the base form of the verb. So the correct sentence is simply, I went to the library to study. Keep it clean, keep it simple. Let's actually walk through 6 examples step by step so you can really hear this rule in action. Number 1, I went to the library to study. Just a pure base verb. 2, she exercises every day to stay healthy. Notice that simple base verb, stay. 3, we left early to avoid traffic. 4, he works hard to earn more money. Okay, now let's elevate the formality a bit. 5, I study hard in order to succeed. Still a base verb. And finally, 6, he whispered so as to avoid waking the baby. In every single one of these, that simple base verb strictly follows the connector. No exceptions. All right, Section 3, clause connectors. We use this second structural group when the purpose actually requires a completely new subject. The formula gets a tiny bit more complex here. You have your main clause plus your connector, which is going to be either so that or in order that, and then you follow that with a new subject, a modal verb, and finally the verb. When you use this structure, you've really got to look out for those modal verbs, words like can, could, will, would, may, and might. And this brilliantly shows why this specific rule matters so much. Listen to this incorrect sentence. I speak slowly to everyone can understand me. Using to here just totally falls apart. And why is that? Because the second half of the sentence introduces its own entirely new subject, everyone. Since we have a new subject, we absolutely must use a clause connector. The correct phrasing is, I speak slowly so that everyone can understand me. Let's methodically read through 6 clear examples of this. As I read, listen for that new subject and the modal verb in every clause. 1, she saved money so that she could buy a car. She is the new subject, and could is the modal verb. 2, we left early so that we would arrive on time. 3, he wears glasses so that he can see clearly. Number 4, getting a bit formal. She studied hard in order that she might pass. 5, we left early in order that we could arrive. And 6, he explained clearly in order that everyone could understand. See that pattern? It's always new subject, modal verb, action.
Moving right along to Section 4, nouns and gerund connectors.
This is our third and final structural rule, and it's heavily focused on highly formal professional sentence construction. The key phrase here is for the purpose of. It essentially just means with the intention of. But the absolute strict rule to remember is that for the purpose of must be followed by a noun or a gerund. And as a quick refresher, a gerund is literally just a verb ending in ing that acts like a noun. Okay, red alert. Here is a really dangerous pitfall to avoid on exam day. Do not use a base verb here. Saying for the purpose of educate children is absolutely incorrect. You must use the noun or the ing gerund form. So it needs to be for the purpose of educating children, or if you want to use the straight noun, for the purpose of education.
Let's run through these 6 examples. As we do, I want you to mentally circle the ing gerund or the noun in each one to really cement this pattern in your brain. 1. Held for the purpose of discussing the project. 2. Created for the purpose of helping families. 3. Visited for the purpose of conducting research. 4. Exists for the purpose of protecting wildlife. 5. Designed for the purpose of improving skills. And 6. Switching to a straight noun, used for the purpose of education.
Section 5. Neutral versus formal tones.
So getting that perfect score isn't just about grammar mechanics. It's really about choosing the exact right tone for your essay. Think of this next part as your ultimate mental cheat sheet. We can kind of track how we climb this ladder of formality. The word to is completely neutral. It's everyday language. Stepping up, in order to and so as to are formal. So that is very common and neutral, while in order that is highly formal, and sitting at the very top for the purpose of is extremely formal, making it absolutely perfect for high-level academic writing. Let's see how this actually builds our writing style. Take this neutral sentence, he worked hard to succeed. It's completely correct. But if you're writing a formal essay, consider this formal option. He worked hard so as to succeed. Structurally and meaningfully, those 2 sentences are exactly the same. But that second option, it dramatically elevates the tone of your writing for the examiner.
All right, Section 6, quick exam practice. Let's test this out.
It's time for a quick pop quiz to lock in everything we've just covered. I've got 5 fill-in-the-blank practice questions for you. I'll give you a beat. Pay attention to the word immediately following the blank. Ask yourself, is it a base verb? Is it a new subject? Is it an ing word? Make your mental selections right now. 1. Saved money, blank, buy a house. 2. Spoke quietly, blank, baby could sleep. 3. Attended, blank, gaining experience. 4. Left early, blank, catch train. 5. Simplified, blank, everyone could understand. Okay, let's reveal those answers step by step. Number 1 is to, in order to, or so as to, because the word buy is a base verb. Number 2 is so that, because the baby is a new subject, followed by the modal verb could. Number 3 is for the purpose of, because gaining is a gerund. Number 4 is to, in order to, or so as to, because catch is a base verb. And finally, number 5 is so that, or in order that, because everyone is a new subject followed by the modal could. Huge congrats if you nail those. To wrap up our study session today, here is the golden memory-saving rule you absolutely need to write down in your notebooks. Are you ready? Use to or in order to before a base verb, use so that before a clause, and use for the purpose of before a gerund. I promise you, if you remember this one single quote, you will navigate these grammar questions effortlessly. So I'll leave you with this final thought. Which advanced connector are you going to intentionally use in your very next essay to impress your examiner? Really think about elevating your vocabulary and experimenting with so as to, or for the purpose of. Best of luck studying. You are going to absolutely crush your English exams.